All right, so now we're going to look at gain staging. Gain staging simply means making sure before you start adding EQ, reverb, any effects really, or before you even start panning, you make sure all the sounds they are not loud. Like the loudness is balanced. Maybe the drum should not be overshadowing the melodies, or the melody should not be overshadowing the drums. They should all sound together. They should all sound level. So that's what gain staging is. So you play the drums, you start with the drums, you solo only the drums and listen to it to see where maybe the percussion might be louder than the kick and the snare, maybe the snare is louder than everything else. So you find that one first, and then you take a listen. You solo, right click, solo the first track, just the drums. This is your reference for loudness, the first kick. Okay, that's okay. So listen to the second kick. Alright, that's okay. So listen to the next element. Alright, that's okay. So listen to the other one. You see, no one is overly loud. They're all sounding okay so far. So I might turn this one down a bit. So you double click, you open the mixer, it will take you to the channel already. Then you turn it down a bit by left clicking and dragging it down. So while you're adjusting it, you make sure it's playing so that you can hear what is happening. Alright, that sounds okay. So what we need to do next is play the next. Okay, this seems like an empty track. Okay, we just skip that. So turn on the next one and listen to it. Alright, so turn this one down a bit, double click. You select your mixer. This is the channel for that sound. If you want to be sure, you can solo it by right clicking it. It will solo, then you listen to it. So you can see that's it. So you reduce it a bit, you turn it down. Alright, always save your progress. The next elements, okay, the next elements happens here. So let's listen to it here and see. Alright, so we'll double click it and reduce it a bit. It sounds too loud. Turn it down a bit also. Alright, that's okay. So the next one we'll look at is this element here. That is this sound. That is take it down also a bit. You know, the aim is for us to be able to hear the kick and the snare without much distractions. So this other sound should be complements to the main kick and the snare, or the kick and the clap. So that's why we're turning everything down, but making sure the kick and the clap they are the style of the drums. So percussions are just, for this track, percussions are just accomplices, like they accompany the drums to sound fuller. So they don't need to stand out so much. So listen to the next track and see. Alright, that one is okay. We don't need to touch it. We listen to this rim and see. That's fine too. And then we'll listen to this bass and see. This is a bit loud, so we'll turn it down a bit. Alright, so that's how to gain stage for drums. So you just do that for the whole thing, including the melodies. Let's go with melodies and see. The next is here. You can see how we're adjusting the whole thing. This one is just a little bit. Then we'll come to this side where I was saying something here. Now that's a bit loud, so we turn it down. That's okay. Turn on the next one. That's also so loud, so we take it down also. Alright, so we'll put on the last one and see of that similar sound. Take it down. So always trust your ears. You can see because they are similar sounds did not mean I made all of them the same level. You can see they are all, this one was louder than this one is louder than this. So always trust your ears. Trust your ears more than you trust your eyes. Your eyes should be a guide, but your ear should be the decision maker. So the next thing is this sound here. Alright, that's okay there. The next sound is this one. It's too loud, so double click it and reduce it. Alright, then we turn to the next sound and see. Turn it down a bit also. Alright, and then the next sound is here. That sounds okay. Then this one. It sounds okay. Now, when you can get gain staging right and sorting your tracks like this, trust me, you're already on your way to a very, very good mix. This mix alone sounds better than 50% of what's out there. Yes, this mix alone sounds better than what's half of what is out there. So if you can get your gain staging right, you're already 50% there in having a great mix. This can pass off alone as a good mix, but we can do better. But for now, this gain, I've gotten the gain staging right, I've gotten the sorting right, and you see how easy it was. If it were just scattered all around, we would have been looking for where the next element is, where the drum, where the snare, where the keys are, and the rest. So we would have been confused. But this was fast and this was efficient. So that's what linking tracks to the mixer and gain staging can do for you. All right. So let's hear the whole thing. All right. So let's hear the whole thing and see how it sounds after gain staging. Alright, that's fine. That's very fine. So we've gotten a proper start to mixing.